When you need help, please text HOPE to 4HOPE. From anywhere in Arizona, text the word HOPE to 44673. This message is sponsored by Solari Crisis and Human Services.
If you're rolling over your 401k to an IRA soon, but not sure if you want to go all in on this crazy market, here's what many retiring professionals are doing. How about a safe and secure IRA offering a contractually guaranteed 10% income bonus that grows 7% annually guaranteed? Your income can double in 10 years. Meanwhile, neither your principal nor your retirement income is ever subjected to a market downturn. Even if the market crashes by 50%, you get the 10% bonus. Your income keeps growing at 7%, and your principal may grow without losses uncapped. You go up with the index, never down, forward, never back. Get a 10% income bonus with a 7% contractually guaranteed growth rate. I compare over 1,200 annuities with a fiduciary duty and can help you retire and stay retired.
Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so compare with leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now. Visit IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com, IQannuity.com.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240 U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. And good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. All right, so we've talked some things, but not all things. We got a lot to get through before we can talk about the NBA Finals, which presumably should end tonight. The Stanley Cup Finals, which presumably could end tonight, and then, of course, some NFL football. So, can I just be honest with you? I used to be the guy when it came to the UFC. I was the station UFC guy. We had some guy who did a show for a minute and a half, but I was the guy that was the big UFC fan. Now, I know that you're a fan of boxing, Keon, and you're a fan of UFC to a point, correct?
Yeah, like I'm a casual UFC fan. I'm a pretty big boxing fan. Yeah.
I was a big UFC fan right up until the moment they were purchased by the WWE. That's where I stopped. Okay. Dropped off completely.
All right.
We used to talk about all the fights, all the UFCs here on this very program. I mean, I wouldn't go on and on about it. Like on a Friday, we go through and we talk about some of these fighters and some of the stuff that was going on, and now it just can't take it seriously. Don't care about it. Just don't. But this does bear mentioning because she was around before it was fake wrestling. Amanda Nunes has retired after she took out Irene Aldana. And let's be honest, that was a fight that was really not right because she was a fill-in. I guess Aldana was just like a last-minute replacement for Juliana Pena, who was supposed to have her trilogy fight right there. And then she actually broke some ribs. And so she had to withdraw. So, but Amanda Nunes, she fought the fight. She won the fight. She dropped down to her knees in the middle of the ring, put down the two, she's a double champion. She put her 2 belts down, put her gloves down. She started crying. She's like, that's it. Double champion forever. Perfect night to retire. And she walks away, an amazing fighter, Amanda Nunes. And so, that bared mentioning, even though I'm done with these people, she's a really good fighter.
Yeah.
I always had a lot of respect for her.
It's good for her to like go out on top. I mean, some people stay in the game too long. And for that, I think that when you've been that dominant and that great for that long, and you can still walk away, I think that's the best way to do it.
I think it would have been a good night for Irene Aldana to have retired because she got her ass whooped hard.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, here's the tale of some of these numbers here. Strikes 196. That was Amanda Nunes. 196 times she punched Irene. Irene only connected 57 times. And then there was, big strikes. The number was 142 to 41. And then headshots, 97 times. I think I give Irene credit. She did not get knocked out after being hit in the head 97 times by Amanda Nunes. She only made contact with Irene only made contact with Nunez's head 25 times. And so anyways, it was very lopsided and not great. But so here's the interesting thing. Now, both those titles vacated, which I'm sure now Ronda Rousey will come back and Brock Lesnar and somebody will fight for this. I don't know who.
No,
it's all fake. It's all fake.
Ronda Rousey's having fun in the actual WWE. Why actually fight people when you can?
And she's making pretty good money too.
Super
she's
duper just pretend. I mean,
yeah.
She's going to call into question the legitimacy of anything that UFC does now. That's all I'm saying.
Be that as it may, Ronda Rousey doesn't have to fight for real. I mean, she can stay in shape and she can kind of do some of this fake stuff, and she gets paid really well to do it.
As far as I'm concerned, it's all
she
fake
was
stuff.
Yeah,
but it's not hard on her body anymore. I mean, she can be a normal human being.
But I don't know that the UFC is like scripted so much as could the fix be in? Yeah. But when you're talking about the WWE, we know it's scripted. We know what's going on there, and Ronda Rousey is making a lot of money, more money than she was when she was on the UFC side of things. So
I'll give you an idea of how fake the WWE is. Randy and I could probably tag team. We could probably be a champion tag team.
I mean, I don't want to say this, but I'd look pretty damn good in one of those wrestling tights.
I know you would.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know you would. I would too.
Oh yeah.
We wouldn't even need the Lucha Libre masks.
Man. No.
What would our wrestling crew be? Let's say we had our little crew here. And
I don't know.
Keon could be the manager. He could be the crazy manager. You're gonna have to come up with your own persona.
Yeah. Well, I've been known. So I used to work at a place as an associate producer. It was a television show, and one of the editors he named me Grandioso Sucio.
Yeah, but I don't want us to be a Spanish wrestling team.
No, it's the Big Dirty.
Shouldn't we connect our radio past
maybe,
to this?
Yeah, maybe I what would it be? Goodness.
I don't know.
The old guy power. I mean, what do they call it? Old guy strength.
We'd have to wear like the radio DJ outfit is basically band t-shirt.
Yeah.
I think camouflage cargo shorts.
Some cargo shorts or sweatpants.
Ooh, sweatpants. Sure.
Yeah, I got sweatpants going.
I don't know what we'd call each other. Call each other the radio pals.
The overnight shift.
The
overnight shift.
I think we're too good for the overnight shift.
All right, then
don't give Radio Ron any ideas.
The morning team.
Morning tag team? Nah, the radio. We got to connect it to radio.
Well, it's kind of connected to the radio. The
We're
morning.
need some time on this.
Morning zoo.
I hate morning zoos.
I do too.
I know you do. I always hate
morning menace. The
7
morning.
o'clock, time for traffic. We're going to do a crazy phone call with actors we've hired, like John Jay and Rich.
Morning menace.
Why do you want to say morning? Radio. Radio's the connection.
The Nielsen Busters.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Might be tampering.
What?
That might be tampering. Well, no, high frequency. I don't know. We'll think of something, Randy. I'm just saying it should be radio connected. We should come in with headphones and stains on our shirts.
Easy. Yeah. Holding a cup of coffee. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. You could have tea because I know you're a tea guy. So.
Well, I mean that's.
And then you could teabag the opposition. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, now I like it.
You could teabag the opposition.
Yep. We'll figure it out. Maybe this is something for another meeting. We have other things to do right now.
Like the juices are going here.
Yeah.
Oh, he could.
You got the gooch grease going.
Gooch grease. Yeah. When you teabag the opposition.
We
with
can't
the
use
gooch
that
grease.
music.
That's true.
That's John Cena music.
Gotta come
I
up
only
with
know
our own
that
stuff.
because you guys have told me that. Otherwise, I'd have no idea.
We'll have to work on that.
I actually learned that because somebody was doing a prank call thing and they were prank calling.
That lady
as-
was so angry.
Yeah. As John Cena. So every time that she would pick up the phone and go, hello, the music.
I'm watching you. Excuse me. I'm watching you to get the pay-per-view of John Cena as he takes. Yeah, see that's how it went.
It's fantastic.
Moist One said, okay, here we go. I think Moist One's helped out. He says, at least our character names, you would be White Noise. And I could just be Radio Pal. White Noise and Radio Pal.
See, I don't know, but I mean, the connotation of white nowadays.
I don't think you're going to get canceled. Your last name is White. I think they'll
Well,
get
I-
that.
I
They'll
know.
put those
Okay.
two things
All right.
together.
And also,
Besides, you're the White Noise.
White noise.
Who is African American or Hispanic or Chinese or Korean? This is going to be like, hey, we wanted that. No, nobody cares. You can have
Yeah,
it.
well.
They're not going to be mad about it.
White noise.
Does that sound aggressively racist or anything, Keon?
no.
The White Noise.
They
God.
still sell white noise machines. They-
White
to my-
noise.
to my knowledge, they haven't changed. the
Oh.
name to
They'll
anything
put you
else.
to sleep. I mean, I can see it now. Yeah. Radio Pal and White Noise will put you to sleep. Sleep.
That doesn't make it sound very interesting, though. We don't want to be. No, you don't want that.
No, they more like their opponents to sleep, I guess.
Yeah. See, though, that just you got to be more specific. You know.
Watch as Radio Pal teabags his opponents while White Noise puts the opponents to sleep.
Well, then now you're going. Now you're getting it. See, there you go.
I could see
Now
that.
we just gotta go buy some tights, and we're good to go.
Ooh, do I have to wear tights?
Do they wear tights?
That's not going to be good.
Do they still wear tights?
See, can I,
I mean,
wear
yeah.
just the?
I
Can I,
mean,
wear the
some people do. I mean, it's just
sweatpants?
there's some people come in, they're the more like traditional guys, or trying to be, and then
Oh, I don't want to wear the speedos.
oh, you don't have to do that.
No,
I mean, that
Have to.
happens, but you don't have to. You have to.
Jeffrey said he doesn't take that as a challenge.
Oh, easy.
That's a compliment right there.
No, I think that we should stick with the original idea in cargo shorts. I think cargo shorts are the radio way to go. Cargo shorts, stained band T-shirts,
Oh yeah, band t-shirt.
headphones.
Yeah.
You got to have our headphones, cup of whatever, and we're good to go. Oh, here's a move. Boomer Sooner just gave me an idea. There could be like a thing where you got the guy's arm and he's got him in the antenna arm. Oh, look at the
The
kilowatt killer there.
The kilowatt killer.
Bam!
Wow.
That's pretty good. So,
That is
Keon,
pretty
have
good.
you sorted out your crazy manager persona here?
I mean,
You come out like a
obviously-
3-piece suit. You're
Yeah.
our manager.
and obviously be cool, calm, and collected until somebody says something causing me to snap, and then flash anger shows up.
Flash
Oh,
anger.
There you go.
Oh, we gotta have the flash anger.
There
in
you go.
Yeah.
So it's White Noise Radio Pal, led by manager Flash Anger,
Yeah.
who really ends up being the enforcer.
The
Right.
enforcer. Yes.
He keeps things from happening out, because people are always trying to screw with you when you're wrestling,
I am.
and he'll have to go after another manager, or during the tag team, somebody who's trying to cheat. Keanu grab him by the head and just start pounding their face into the concrete.
Did you see Keanu? He scared me.
I don't know. I
Did you
looked
see his
away.
eyes? Scared
Oh,
me.
by the way,
That was for other managers.
we
They gotta
got
know I'm for real.
we got the audio back up on the YouTube feed. We didn't know it was off. Sorry about that. So
Mhm.
anyway, so I think we've got it down. Now we just need to get some equipment and go wrestling. It's
Mhm.
it's easy.
What would our tag team name be?
Oh, the Kilowatt Killers.
The Kilowatt Killers.
Wait, what? No,
That would've been our
wrong
theme music right
Oh,
there.
that's not
Oh, no.
good
The
music.
Kilowatt Killers.
That really scared the bleep out of everybody.
See?
It's like,
Scared
what?
you.
What is
Imagine
this?
what it would do to the rest of the people.
It's going to make everyone
It's
uncomfortable. I
deeply
think.
upsetting. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Wrong. So it's wrong then.
Yeah.
All right.
Lost
Never
Toby
mind.
says, I guess I'm doing cosplay because I'm in cargo shorts and a band tee right now. See, we already have fans. They're dressing up like us to come watch the match. Donnie says, I will not stand for this wrestling slander. I don't know. Everything we've said has been completely 100% factual.
Yeah.
100% factual.
Oh, yeah.
Wrestling is fake. Predetermined. Shut up. It's like saying you're a sanitary engineer when you're a garbage man. Okay. Wrestling's fake.
Yeah, wrestling's fake, and the draft lottery, that's also fake. It's all scripted. It's exactly right, Jeffrey?
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure about the second one, but I can jump on that.
And Kyler Murray's actually 5'8". We've got all the conspiracy theories here
5'6",
because
5'6".
we are the guys that have all the dirt.
I'm guessing he's 5'6". Hefty Lefty says, or be like Stone Cold and wear the jorts. Jorts. What's a jort?
Jean shorts.
Jean shorts. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, my wife would not allow that.
Because first of all, they're jeans. And if you get into a wrestling situation, ooh, they don't give.
Fifth letter says something I don't understand. He says, don't let Flash Anger walk out with the deadly dial. Is that a radio thing he's trying to do there? What's the deadly dial?
Deadly dial.
What is the deadly dial, fifth letter?
You got to tell us.
The deadly dial.
These guys are writing this script pretty good for us, right?
I like this.
Just like the real WWE.
The deadly dial. Here comes Keon with the deadly dial.
You know, it should be like some sort of brass knuckles or something on a necklace maybe a radio dial on a necklace.
Oh, I like the radio dial. Yeah.
And he just starts whooping people with this deadly dial.
I like it. The deadly dial.
Man, we're gonna be the most beloved wrestling team ever.
Maybe the deadly dial. Maybe like it's an old dial from one of those Ford Mavericks from back in like 1976. Ford Maverick.
I know what you're talking about.
You got the two dial. You got the two knobs on either side. The dial, the push buttons in there, and you're just whapping the guy. You see what I mean? You're taking him down with the deadly dial.
And now for a short commercial break to your grave. Bam, 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 bam.
Oh yeah, see.
It's nice. I like this idea. We're gonna make so much money. Bliss LaHaye says Kyler Murray going fishing. Oh, that's cute. It's a smart car with a teeny little trailer and a teeny little boat.
Oh no,
that's so good. Kenneth the Cook says, no wonder the old guy needed condoms. Remember that guy from last week? Because he's just got a lot of thin skin going on. You can't let go of the thin skin, can you, Kiss the Cook? We can't be doing callbacks to last week's stuff, Kiss the Cook. You're going to have to just be in the moment with us right now.
You don't need the condoms, though. You don't need the condoms.
The old guy doesn't need condoms?
No.
Well, everybody should have condoms.
Oh, no. It's a heightened experience.
He's 85. He doesn't need to be Al Pacinoing.
No, it's a heightened experience. Yeah.
I don't think Grandpa needs to be knocking up anybody.
Nobody's knocking anybody up.
You think he's just shooting dust? Like,
that's how could be.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Just a couple of moths fly out and some dust balls.
I don't think you should.
Dust bunnies.
You should not risk it. The dust bunny.
Look out, Granny. See what I mean?
You're going to get me in trouble because there's places I can go from here, and I can't go. I can't.
Probably should just go to break.
Yeah. Hefty Lefty says condoms are murder. You're right. According to the Catholic Church, every sperm is sacred. You ever heard that song?
No.
You haven't heard that song?
I can't say that I have.
God.
It sounds like you
got to look up Monty Python.
Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Yes, and there's a skit. I think they did it in the Meaning of Life. And Michael Palin
is sacred.
Yes, because this guy walks home after work and he walks in and there's like 85 kids in the house and says, "Sorry, buddy, I'm Catholic. I'm not allowed to wrap this thing up." So. Because as you know, the Catholic Church says every sperm is sacred. Oh, it's one of the funniest things. Can't believe you guys aren't familiar with that. Just look up YouTube. Every sperm is sacred.
Okay,
and you're going to get a hell of a laugh. It's beautifully written. It's very funny.
All right.
So, did you watch the golf this weekend? By the way, we're going to have updates for the U.S. Open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here on 1580 The Fanatic all damn day long. So, did you watch any of the Canadian? Cause it was in Canada, so I don't think I cared. Did you watch the Canadian Open? Nobody?
I did. I did. I watched it throughout the weekend. Yeah, I'm
It took
sorry.
you
I was
that long
writing.
to
I was writing something down.
Most
sorry.
people would type in "every sperm is sacred." They
No,
wouldn't
I
write
was.
it
I
down.
was. No, see, I can't do that. I have a different setup than you.
Okay.
I'm really old. You guys keep making fun of me, but you know what? My system
you.
works. It works.
Hmm.
Yes, I did, and that was a wonderful tournament. Wonderful
All right,
tournament.
Walter Winchell, tell us
Yep.
about it. So, so at the end, Nick Taylor had a 72-foot putt.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
won the damn thing on
Man,
that
that was-
putt.
Yeah, that was crazy.
A little bit. That hug was a bit intimate between him and that caddy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like a little more body to body, kind of. Just
Yeah.
it's a-
Okay.
it's
All right. I'm okay. I'm with you. Yeah,
You know
I'm
what
with
I'm
you.
saying?
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
listen.
with you. Yeah.
if Nick and his caddy are like that, then it's cool. I'm not trying to say nothing, but it just it seemed like it lasted a bit longer than you're like, and then
Well, it did, but the reason that it did is because all of a sudden some rambunctious security guard
it was amazing.
ran around them and
Yeah.
tackled a guy who was doing nothing more than spraying champagne on
Now-
the champion and his caddy.
Let me start by telling you, I'm on the security guard's side. And
Why?
no, listen. Yeah. At the moment that Adam Hadwin, who is a golfer, came up, started shaking up the champagne and squirting down the lovely couple in their very nice embrace there it was really,
Moving along,
it was very romantic.
moving
Anyway,
right along.
so he's spraying them down there with the champagne, and all of a sudden, man, he laid the lumber on this guy. Bam! It was and it's well photographed because all the really good photographers were ready there taking their pictures because this was a moment to remember. And even Jim Nance is watching this saying, "Oh, they're storming the green now. They just tackled Adam Hadwin, by the way, who is trying to approach his friend." And he, which is fine, but here's the thing. They're storming the green, which means the security guards stand there. All these people jump up. Adam Hadwin was dressed like anybody else. And maybe if he had his VIP card where it should be, somewhere where you could see that you're supposed to be there, your pass, maybe that security guard wouldn't have plowed him.
Well, okay, I'll give you that, but I mean, that maybe he's a bit rambunctious for my taste.
Remember
okay?
when we went to the Phoenix Open?
Yeah,
They gave us our pass, and we made sure that we had them up where they could be seen because we didn't want to get hassled.
All right, I'll give you that, but I mean, come on, it wasn't some terrorist attack, man. It was champagne. I mean,
you don't know who this guy is.
Read the damn room, man. Read
Well,
the
the
room.
room is they've stormed the gate, and now somebody's spraying some unknown thing on these guys. I'm on security guard's side completely.
This guy must have been a Rocky mounted police officer, Canadian Mountie. That's what he. This
I really
this
didn't get that
off-duty
from the
Canadian
video.
Mountie because he mounted that guy pretty quick around the corner, and he surely had some NFL or some Canadian football experience. But,
no, if it was Canadian football experience, Adam Hadwin was stayed standing.
And well, that would
have been the worst.
Well,
tackle
Adam
ever.
Hadwin is a slight man. He's a slight man, and the security guard that hit him is kind of big. But
If you've seen the video, it's very, oh my God. But then if you look from the other angle, people are coming running, and this guy's just like, oh my God. And he's trying to protect the golfers. He was doing his job. Zero problem with him doing that.
Well, I mean, I'll give him that, but I think
blame the guy whose pass was not visible.
Okay.
Not the guy who's doing his job.
So, but the great story behind this is first time a Canadians won since in like 54 years, something like that, since the 60s. First time
for that.
A Canadian has won the Canadian Open.
I'm not happy about that.
Since the 60s.
Yeah, who cares? Stupid Canadians.
And what a tournament, by the way. And for him to battle like that, and then when the pressure's on, a 72-foot putt. I mean, I dropped a 30-foot putt at the Wigwam, and I thought I was king of the world.
I wonder if Nick Taylor's asking for the money in American money. Can I get that in American, please? The exchange is just going to hurt.
Maybe he's going to get it in maple syrup or Tim Hortons cards or
if he's
poutine.
lucky.
Poutine.
Nice. Poutine. I don't care what you call it. It sounds dirty. When we come back, more of your texts, and we'll talk more about this golf thing. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
For the ones who know safety isn't a catchphrase, it's a culture. And the ones who help make sure everyone makes it home safe. For the safety-minded who watch everyone's backs, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as safety assessments and training to keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
New schedule, new season, new direction. This year, the Cardinals will travel over 25,000 miles. They will do battle against Bears, Browns, Texans, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, Eagles, Steelers, and Commanders on the road. They will face the Bengals, Cowboys, Giants, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, Falcons, and Ravens at home.
Think there won't be drama?
When it comes to Arizona Cardinals football, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. I don't know. I still think Adam Hadwin had it coming. He didn't show his credentials. He came out squirting some unknown liquid all over these golfers.
Oh my God! It was a giant bottle of champagne. If that guy had
very romantic embrace.
Well, they didn't know what to do. I'll be honest with you. The caddy and the Nicholas Taylor, they didn't know what to do.
They should have done is just played that in slow motion and maybe a little Enya music for him. Sail away, yeah, or something like that.
I have a whole problem with this RBC Canadian Open, Jeffrey.
Okay, it's Canadian, #1.
Well, and by the way, it was beautiful up there, and they had okay weather. There was some misting, some showers, not a big deal, but I have a problem with the Canadian Open, and I think we need to get Big George on the case here.
You want to sue the Canadian Open?
I want to sue the hell out of them, and I don't want poutine either. Big George.
Why is the Daily Blender suing the Canadian Open?
Well, at hole 14, they had this old gimmick hole, and they're trying to make it. They're trying to turn it in like the Phoenix Open. Like the 16th hole, the Phoenix Open. The stadium course there, and the 16th
Crazy
hole.
That's party hole.
So the Canadians, which by the way they failed miserably at, absolutely failed miserably. But they surrounded the whole hole. Hole. Anyway, they surrounded it with a signage that looked like hockey boards. It was yellow on the bottom, red on the top, had the white. And they had sponsorships on the boards there.
Oh, that's really dumb.
They called it the rink.
That's really dumb.
14th hole, the rink. Par 3, the rink.
I get what they were trying to do, but that's really dumb.
You go out here to TPC Scottsdale, 16th hole. I mean, everybody knows that's the hole. It's a par 3, and everybody knows that all sorts of revelry and all sorts of things go on out there.
And they only call it the 16th hole. They didn't have to put a name on it. Everybody knows what it is.
And the Canadians now they're trying to steal that. They're calling it the rink.
What are we suing for?
Well, I won all the beer in Canada.
Is it really that good though?
I want all the damn beer in Canada because these fools don't know how to drink. Obviously, they don't know how to, take care of themselves.
I think we should settle for a room full of puppers, the puppers beer. If we could
A room
get
full. Now, what does
like-
that mean?
well, let's say a 15 by 15 room, top to bottom with pallets of puppers. That's a lot of beer.
Is there
I
a
think
couch in there for you and I to sit in there and watch TV and drink?
No.
puppers?
The entire room is filled with beer. We'd have to.
So like a storage room.
We'd have to drink our way in to put a couch in.
So you're saying like a storage room.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Now, is this a refrigerated storage?
Oh, yeah, it'd have to be. 15 by 15. That should hold a lot of beer. I'm
So-
sure Beer Bob could tell us exactly how much without any effort.
Can we get
should it
the
be bigger than 15 by 15?
what is it called? A puppers?
Puppers.
Puppers.
I've always wanted to try it.
Okay. So can we get that here in the
No,
in the lower 48?
no, it'll have to be secretly shipped to us.
Oh, damn. See? That's a problem right there. And then I look on the TV, and these guys are not even drinking a Canadian beer. They're not drinking the Molson Golden. They're not drinking the
That's a
damn
bad
Canadian
sign.
beer. They're drinking. You know what they're drinking?
Hmm.
Michelob Ultra.
See, that's a bad sign about Canadian beer. That doesn't
Good
give us a
point.
lot of,
I saw more
confidence.
Michelob Ultra cans in those Canadians than any sort of Canadian beer going on.
Not a good omen. Big George says, wait, why are we suing the Canadian Open again?
Well, I just told you, George, the 14th, they're calling it the rink. They're trying to make it a stadium hole at the RBC Canadian Open. And I think
Intellectual property.
it's damn wrong. And we want a 15 by 15 foot square foot.
Yeah,
Or-
15 by 15 and
Yeah, square
15
foot.
feet. 15 feet tall.
Yeah.
15 by
Square.
15.
So square
which-
foot. Yeah.
That's not square feet. No, that's
15
by
by 15 by 15.
No, well, just
Hmm.
I'll go figure it out.
With a basement.
What?
With a basement.
Why would that be a basement?
And you fill up more beer.
So the
Ooh,
room has
and
its own basement?
Yeah, and if the basement's cool,
Well, why not just make it a 30 by 30 room?
put just like draft beer in there, and then
I don't want to do stairs. I do enough stairs.
you don't have to do stairs. It's a draft, a containment system, and then you have the drafts out.
So you want
outside.
a tanker of beer?
Oh yeah.
You just have it on tap.
I feel like that would go bad faster. I think it should already be in cans or bottles.
Jeffrey, how fast do we drink beer?
Pretty fast.
All right. Is it going to go bad?
I don't want to risk it. It's Canadian. Who knows how long?
You
it's
know
been
what?
sitting around.
You know what Bruce Arians says? No risk it, no biscuit.
I'm
and
okay
I
with
want-
not having a biscuit.
And I want biscuits with hot biscuits right out of the oven with a little
Oh,
butter
God, we're adding
and
more to
some
this?
and some honey on them. That's what I want. Hey, so George, that's what we're doing. We're suing the damn Canadians for the 14th hole at the RBC. It's not the rink. They're stealing from us. Hey, go ahead, get on that. We want.
George says we need something stronger, Andy. Well, you don't own the intellectual property rights to the Phoenix Open. That's the Thunderbirds. I can sue on their behalf against the Canadian Open, unless you happen to be a Thunderbird yourself.
All right, go ahead and sue on their behalf. Because I said so, and
But
Jeffrey
we
did.
won't get
Yeah.
anything out of it. We won't get anything out of it.
Excuse me. They'll be so thankful
Yeah,
that they'll say, if these guys had not thought of that, you see what I'm saying?
yeah, I hear you, but
We need to give them like a tanker of beer with some spouts on the tanker, and then a 15 by 15 foot room.
we probably should have talked this out before talking about it on the radio. I think I was feeling pretty good about getting some beer there for a minute, but now I'm not sure. I don't know. Well, George, you're our lawyer. Lawyer it. Figure it
I mean,
out.
yeah, Jeffrey, you've got all the contacts. You know who the Thunderbirds are. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. Just I don't want to sue on someone else's behalf. I want us to get the beer.
Sue the hell out of them.
Why should we sue so somebody else gets the beer?
No,
There's a lot of billable hours on that. That's expensive for us to get nothing.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Lost Toby says, I guess Adam Hadwin apologized to the security guard for being tackled. Well, he's Canadian. So was Adam Hadwin Canadian?
Sorry.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
So that security guard is probably going to get drafted by the NFL.
Sorry.
No doubt. Hefty Lefty says, I don't care about anyone else's sperm but mine. Mine is definitely sacred to me, he says. How long ago did we talk about that? So somebody tuning in has no idea why Hefty Lefty's saying
years
that.
ago. Yeah.
Tom says, Randy White for president 2024.
Thank you.
He'll sue Canada for America.
I'll take over Canada. I'll take over Canada and Mexico.
Listen,
and then it's beachfront properties for everybody.
Nothing has changed since I got thrown out of that internet chat room back in 1993.
Oh, yeah.
I got a pickup truck. We'll get some axe handles. We'll just get a bunch of guys, and we'll go take that country right now. We'll be done and back by dinner.
Jeffrey Keon and I could get their ass, and we could be back and have a nice dinner.
We need a few more guys with us so we can sit there and drink while more meetings are happening.
Well, yeah.
Beer Bob says, I actually thought the rink was cool at the Canadian Open there. It was fun to see them serenade their fellow Canadians with their national anthem. I like that. Kind of gave it a Happy Gilmore edge there. Like when one of the golfers asked the crowd to not be quiet, make some noise when he teed off.
See?
Also, beer in Canada is pretty good. They may get stronger up there than the versions they send down here, but give me a La Black Blue any day.
See? What did the guys do at the 16th at the Phoenix Open?
Mm-hmm. They do.
They're always like, give me
this,
more, give me more. See what I mean?
And by the way, Beer Bob, Happy Gilmore is an American movie.
Yeah. Although, did he play an American hockey player?
Yeah, he was American.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I just saw part of it the other day. It was on TV.
Well, I know that Bob Barker was he was all USA, and he kicked Happy Gilmore's ass.
Oh, yeah. Whooped his ass. By the way, can I just say this? Hey, remember when the PGA used to be American? Oh, good times. Not so much anymore. So I guess now, remember last week we were talking about how the terrorists are now involved with the golf and everything?
Yeah.
And how the PGA had basically rolled over and puppy peed on themselves for money.
Yeah.
And now the LIV and the PGA are partners.
Yes.
Or something. And well, I remember I said, well, this shouldn't be legal. There should be a law against this sort of thing.
Yes.
A known terrorist state putting their money hooks into American business. And I guess I wasn't the only one that thought that, because I guess now there is a senator who's stepped up and said, hey, this ain't cool. I'm paraphrasing, of course. He said the PGA Tour, DP World Tour, and Saudi Arabia's Sovereign Wealth Fund, PIF, they're forming a new for-profit entity that'll combine their commercial businesses.
Yes.
But a nonprofit can't be engaged in commercial businesses.
That's correct.
So here's what this guy, the senator, was saying. He says, while few details about the agreement are known, PIF, which is the Saudis, their role as an arm of the Saudi government and the PGA Tour's sudden and drastic reversal of position concerning LIV golf raised serious questions regarding the reasons for and terms behind this announced agreement. Thank God somebody's stepping up and saying something. I don't know what Congress can do about anything on this, but
so Jay Monahan and his PGA administration will remain a nonprofit organization, and they will administer golf tournaments around the world.
But they're now involved with something, and the benefits of this nonprofit transfer over to a for-profit and are engaged in activities with a for-profit also tag on from a terrorist state. That raises some questions, according to the senator, raises additional questions about the terms of the agreement and whether foreign governments may indirectly benefit from the provisions in U.S. tax laws meant to promote not-for-profit business associations.
The NFL is a nonprofit organization that administrates the Professional Football League of the Americas, correct?
That they shouldn't be allowed to do that either, to be honest.
Shouldn't.
That is the biggest for-profit thing I've ever seen.
I'm just telling you, this is going to be the same damn thing as the NFL. You're going to have the PGA that's going to administrate like the NFL does the Professional Football League. Then you're going to have players who are going to be paid as for-profit, entities.
So they're saying this is a form of sports washing to soften the country's image around the world, the Saudi Arabians.
I agree.
And the senator says prior to this agreement, PGA Tour was one of the loudest critics of LIV's golf's affiliation with Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
And now the PGA Tour has placed a price on human rights and betrayed the long history of sports and athletes that advocate for social change and progress.
And might I add, one of the last bastions of American nonprofits to do so. Yes.
I just want to take a moment here and say nonprofit status for the NFL should be over. Nonprofit status for the PGA should be over. This is silliness. It's silliness. And to be honest, nonprofit status for some churches should be over.
I would agree.
Some of those are just giant money-making things set up to make your a couple of people at the top very rich and do no good in the world. Yeah. And also, a lot of them are very politically motivated. Should lose your nonprofit status for that as well. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. That's just a fact. So hiding behind nonprofit is, well, it's not cool. And when you got something like the NFL, everybody's making money, getting rich. Stop it. Stop with the nonprofit bullcrap. That's just got to end. Because they're like, well, we're giving to the community, and at this point, they're not going to pull up stakes and leave. Well, we're going to Argentina. Okay, it's time to revoke some nonprofit status when it's B as in B, S as in S.
Yeah, especially since the NFL generates all this money. Wouldn't we like to have some help from those taxes you're not paying? We pay taxes. National Football League doesn't pay taxes.
We pay taxes not only for the money we earn to buy the tickets that we pay taxes on, and the concessions that we pay taxes on, the parking. Well, no, that's just a straight 20 to some guy. I always wondered about
true.
that.
It just seems like
where's the taxes in that stuff?
You give it to that guy, and no one ever sees the money ever again.
Hey, listen, I'm all for people, working that tax system and not being overly taxed. I don't want anybody overly taxed. I want us less taxed. Less tax is the best way to go. We're just talking about the fairness of the system. If I'm getting taxed, the NFL should be getting taxed, and the PGA should be getting taxed. These are not benevolent. Oh, we're doing such good in the community. No, dude, you're playing golf, you're playing football, and somebody's making a crap ton of money off of this thing, and we're paying for the tickets, and we're paying the taxes for the stadiums, and we're, Lost Toby is correcting us. He says the NFL gave up its nonprofit status in 2015. Why didn't somebody tell me this?
Incredibly recent.
Can you just tell me these things? Why you let me go on and on like this? Somebody should tell me these things. Good for the NFL.
Didn't know it either, but yeah, wow, that's still they were still a multi-billion-dollar corporation in 2015. But sure, I'm glad we finally got there.
Last Optimist says the NFL pays taxes on well over 90% of its revenues. Every dime that gets paid out to a team gets taxed. Goodell's salary and their film crews don't get taxed, but everyone else in the NFL pays bucket loads of taxes. All right, and don't get me wrong. I don't want everybody to have to pay all these taxes. I think we pay too many taxes. I just want a fair playing ground. If my business pays taxes, then that business should pay taxes. It should be equal as far as, the tax burden. So that's all I was saying about the NFL. That's all I'm saying about PGA, especially now they're getting, into bed with some people who would like to blow us up. Just saying. We'll come back. We'll read more of your texts, and we've got just a couple more things before we finally get to talk about the NBA Finals tonight and the NFL stuff I've been seemingly waiting forever to talk about. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhalgh and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Next up, Straight Talk from Doug.
Ever notice that saying no offense is offensive? Like, no offense, but you're overpaying for your wireless. See? Offensive.
That's the Straight Talk talking. Get unlimited plans as low as $35 a month from Straight Talk on America's most reliable 5G network. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com. On the $35 plan, first 10 gigabytes data at high speed, then 2G speeds. Refer to the latest terms at straighttalk.com. Based on most first place rankings, Root Metrics, second half 2022 assessments of 125 metros. Experiences vary, not an endorsement.
You could throw your flip-flop at a bug.
Ew, a bug, get it.
But the chances of actually hitting it
Over there.
are statistically
It's still alive.
unlikely. Good thing nature's got your back. Stem bug killers combine powerful active ingredients found in plants like lemongrass and geraniol and scientifically engineer them into effective bug fighting formulas, safe for use as directed around people, pets, and throughout the home. Stem, rooted in nature, optimized by science.
This is Joan, enjoying some me time up on the rim. This is Simon and his friends paddling the Salt River. And this is Brad. Brad is, well, no one knows where Brad is. What they all have in common is that they went to azmvdnow.gov to quickly and easily renew their registration or 30 other services. So go to azmvdnow.gov and get more time to enjoy all the things you love.
Sponsored by ADOT in partnership with the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
If it's local,
We talk about it.
1580 and 99.3. The Fanatics.
Steady Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Miss Pringle texts in and says Fred VanVleet is opting for free agency. Suns will likely check in with him. Then Suns and Cardinals can both overpay a midget. Wow. How tall is Fred VanVleet?
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean?
Huh. Kiss the Cook says, parts of Happy Gilmore were filmed in Vancouver. I've played that golf course, he says. Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Fred VanVleet is 6'1".
I guess NBA, that's short.
Not for a point guard.
No,
Point guards are around 6 foot and
yeah,
6'2",
so is
6'3".
Steph
Yeah.
Curry.
Like once you start getting to 6'4", 6'5", you're a big point guard.
Mhm. Big George says, gentlemen, this merger between LIV Golf and the PGA is never going to happen. All mergers are reviewed by the Justice Department and the SEC. This is going to be struck down quicker than you can say Saudi Arabia. All right, well, that's good. That's good to know, but it's a lot of money going. And the Department of Justice is not really a place I would call immune to money deals. People suddenly resigning the Department of Justice or the, those entities in Washington and suddenly becoming, CEOs of some company somewhere. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, what? You became the CEO of a company that the DOJ was actually going to investigate? Weird, huh? Corruption knows no bounds, Big George. No bounds. Walter Mellon says, Jeffrey, we need to start a GoFundMe to buy some PGA back. Then we can run it. Can't buy a nonprofit organization, though. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, they have a board, but they don't have shareholders like that. So there are no shares to buy.
We just got to get Randy on the board. He'll take care of it. Cardinal Art says nonprofit equals tax write-off for billionaires to me.
Yep.
And hey, Randy, how do you feel about Mike Joy? You think he overdid? And can you beer me, please, as I smoke 2 slabs of cherry Pepsi marinated spare ribs over a nice pecan wood on the old smoker here?
Oh, that sounds so good. And Mike Joy, what do you mean? Mike Joy is a great broadcaster. I have great respect for him. I think he handles himself greatly on the social media.
Well, we check, make sure there's no news stories.
He answers questions appropriately. I can't find a nicer guy. I mean, I'd love to sit and talk with Mike Joy.
Stand by. Here's the story. Fans are calling for him to retire following a slip up on a broadcast. What did he say?
Well, he made a statement about something. I don't know what it was, but he was quick to correct himself.
I hate when these stories don't tell you what was said.
People are mean right now. I mean, that could happen to me right now. People could say, "Hey, Randy's an idiot. We want him to retire." Mike Joy's not going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. He's under contract with Fox, and he's a good human being. And I would encourage some of you to look at Mike Joy and listen to what he says and how he says things and react accordingly.
I don't know what he did. I'm not finding exactly what he did, so somebody's gonna have to fill us in. And
He said something this weekend, and I forget what it was. It was a fact, and he apologized on the air about it.
A fact about what?
About racing. Somebody, something came into question, and he said something, and it was incorrect, and he corrected himself.
What was it he said that was incorrect?
I don't remember right now. I can't remember that much. I played golf yesterday.
Who was it about?
It was part of the race. They were at Sonoma yesterday, and it was part of the race. I don't know what he said.
So he didn't say anything racist. He didn't say anything
didn't say anything
sexual.
stupid.
He didn't
No.
say anything bigoted. He was just saying something about the race itself.
There's been a group of people that want Mike Joy to move on and to get out of racing. I wish all these people, these trolls, I wish they would lose their jobs too. I wish they would be under the kind of scrutiny that you put other people on. I wish that it would come back on you, back to you twice as much, if not more, the kind of hate and vitriol you put out against other human beings. Mike Joy's a good man. He didn't do anything wrong.
All right. Well, that's good enough for me. And I mean, I still don't know what they're all upset about. So Big George says, breaking news, word wizard Pat Sajak will, I don't care about him retiring. How's that news on this show, Big George?
I don't know if I know who that is.
The dude from Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, Wheel of
Pat
Wheel
Sajak.
of Fortune.
The withered remains of Vanna White are expected to remain on the show. She's still alive. Chief Skull says the great Randino will never be pushed out. Wait, nobody's pushing Randy out. What are you talking about? Just still trying to figure out what this other guy's in trouble for. Here it is. Cardinal Art said he basically said that NASCAR fans complain too much about missing laps due to commercials. It's not Mr. Joy's fault, but like Randy says, trolls. Oh, so he's saying that the NASCAR fans shouldn't complain so much about not seeing the laps that come on during the commercial breaks?
Yeah, I mean they break for commercials. I mean, people don't understand, and if you're one of them out there, Fourth Dimension, and I hate to think that you would be one of those, listening to a radio show, understanding as Jeffrey sucks down the last, portion of his shake. Probably has got kale in it and seeds. Sunflower seeds.
A lot of seeds.
I mean, Fox has to pay for the broadcast somehow. They're going to take commercials. What is your
side by side is a good way to deal
Well,
with
they
it.
do side by side, and people complain about that. I'm just saying there's a whole community out there that just think Mike Joy is done. You could not be roasting a more sincere human being.
Well, that stinks. That's all he said. I don't know.
Well,
the reaction that a lot of people, because every time I was trying to find what he did, all I
yell, "Shut your face, rednecks!"
No.
All I kept finding was Mike Joy insults NASCAR fans. And
Well,
I was like,
he
did
just-
he
Did he hold up a Bud Light and say, "I'm gonna drink this"?
I think that he probably said something like, "There's a lot of trolls on NASCAR. NASCAR fans are trolling him, and they do every week. By the thousands, people just shut up. Go find something else to do. Go smash your aluminum cans you collect in the backyard and take those down and collect whatever it is, $25 so you can get another 12 pack of beer and just shut up."
I
tell
can
you what. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ken.
Jeffrey usually asks me what it is that the kids say. I can give you one. Touch grass. Just go outside of your house, get off of the internet, log off of whatever social media you're on. Just go outside and just touch some grass. Feel reality.
About marijuana?
Please. No. It's about going outside and feeling what actual reality.
What if they
feels
don't have
like.
grass in their yard?
It doesn't have to be in your yard. Go find a park. Go get off of your computer is the point.
And that's the other thing too. I mean, media is going to say things that are not true. They're going to use terminology like slip up and mistake when they don't know what's actually happening. You can't believe what you read on media. You've got to learn how to filter this stuff. Mike Joy has been in NASCAR since the 1970s. He's been a pit reporter. He's worked his way up. And there was a guy, I challenge you NASCAR punks out there, to go ahead and talk with Mike Joy and see if you can outdo him on NASCAR knowledge. And I'll tell you right now, you can't. And there's not a more respected human being in the NASCAR community than Mike Joy. So, Keon, go pound grass.
Chief Skull says, what if you're allergic to the grass? And you're asking people to put their lives at risk now. You know what I'm saying, Keon?
Well, if you went outside, you'd already know that. It wouldn't be surprising to you. Oh, yeah, I'm allergic to grass. Guess I go outside every once in a while. That's what the thing means, guys.
Get off your damn computer.
Yeah. Stand in the sun a little bit.
Hamilton Porter says, afternoon, guys. Been out of commission with a new baby. Just saw at the gym, Fred VanVleet's a free agent. Is that the guard the Suns are looking for? Maybe.
See, I think so.
I mean, how expensive is he, though, Keon?
Well, $22 million.
That's what they were going to pay.
Yeah, that's what he opted out of. So he's
getting cheaper, right?
I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't know if you're going to get him cheaper than that because he was the one that opted out. So he's looking for more than 22 mil.
About 19 mil.
Yeah, I don't know if you can structure it so that first year is less, but
I'm not allowed to negotiate for the Suns. So really, you don't have to negotiate with me. I'll be honest there. I just thought I just wanted to negotiate.
But sometimes you got to get it out of your system.
I don't think you're authorized to negotiate for Fred VanVleet. So
that's a good point. I'm just saying we already know what his base number is. It's what he left on the table.
See, there's been a lot of run on James Harden coming to the Suns.
God,
I just don't see
and
it.
I shudder at that.
No, thank you.
I shudder at that.
Don't want.
But at the same time, James Harden did help Philly in the playoffs, but God, he can't do it.
In a dotted line.
He's not going to be the player to help this team win a championship. Fred VanVleet was a bench player when Toronto won the championship. Fred VanVleet knows what it takes for an NBA team to go through the playoffs. Fred VanVleet has watched guys like Kawhi Leonard and some of these other guys go through the playoffs. He knows how to get there.
And there's another part of this. Hamilton Porter brings up a good point. Probably not enough strip clubs here for James Harden.
Well, that's true.
That's a good point.
I would imagine. I mean,
that's why James Harden to Houston makes so much sense. Just go back to where the land of strip clubs are.
Yeah, I don't know how many strip clubs are here.
Cardinal Art says, gotta pay the bills. Mo Inferry is stuck in my head, worse than the timeshare guy. You hear me complain? Oh, you mean Mo and sorry. Yeah. Trying to fix that. Sorry. He says 1977, Randy. Hear me.
77 when Mike Joy came in? No, I think it was earlier than that.
Chief Skull says, anyone with Van in their name, I don't want on the Sun. Sounds creepy. Van Arsdale.
Only one of the great, sons of all time.
You don't have to get in the van, Chief Skull. That's kind of your choice. Just saying. All right, well, we got to take a moment. That is 2 hours down, and we got one more to go. And we're probably not going to talk NFL, are we? That's fine. It's a daily blender. Yeah.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language? In as little as 3 weeks, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life, celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. What you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
Doug.
Breathe out and repeat after me. Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Your bird is eating my candles.
Your bird is eating my candles.
No, seriously, he's making a mess.
No, seriously.
Liberty.
Get a customized quote at libertymutual.com.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
O'Reilly. When you shop O'Reilly Auto Parts, you'll get the parts you need when you need them. Order online at O'ReillyAuto.com and choose same-day curbside, same-day pickup, or same-day delivery powered by DoorDash. Now available at participating stores near you. Trust the professional parts people to get you the parts you need today. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. Your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And here's the actual quote. Thanks, Lost Toby. Here's what was the guy's name?
Mike Joy.
Mike Joy said, "For all the keyboard warriors, I'm going to do this in words of one syllable. The last green flag full screen break of this race comes right now." I love it.
Well, he's doing that because since Daytona this year, Jeffrey, and you know that's the first race of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So since February of this year, people have been on him on Twitter about the breaks that Fox take. So I don't know if these people understand. Mike Joy has no control over the breaks that Fox takes. He has no control over that. His job is
he done insulted us people because we don't speak in more than one syllable.
Well, I don't know about that, but I will tell you that Mike Joy is a good human being, and these sensitive little cupcakes need to get over it.
By the way, speaking of Daytona, they have laid the plan out a little more for the Jaguars. They're trying to get the Jaguars there. There's still some other places they could go, like some stadiums in Gainesville and Orlando, maybe some temporary locations there in Jacksonville. But man, Daytona, like, we want this. We want this. Turns out I didn't know that they have had soccer matches there in the past. And so what you got is, you know where the start finish line is. That would basically be where the 50-yard line. Remember, we were talking about this last week. I said, well, you'd have to put the turf down on pit row. That's exactly what they do. They say that, yeah, soccer matches played there in the past, turf was placed on a portion of the pit road. And that is how that thing works. And it basically gives you good views on one side of the field, but still good views for 45 to 50,000 seats. That'll do it. Doesn't matter if people are on the other side or not, right?
No,
Ready?
no,
Hello?
I don't think so.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hello. So, I thought this was a bad idea. This might not be a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, like 50 or 60,000 people can see the football game. It's just not going to be the conventional stadium seating. I don't have a problem with that.
All right, I only have a couple more things, and then we're going to talk about the NBA Finals, which presumably will end tonight in Denver. Presumably, at least that's what I'm saying. Just a couple of things to note. The XFL, I guess they have fired Rod Woodson as the head coach of the Vegas Vipers.
That's too bad.
I don't know. Does that matter? Is the season over? Or the XFL season's over. The USFL's playing right now, right?
Right.
Okay. And so they fired him because they went 2-8. So here's what basically just happened. Rod Woodson will never get another coaching job in his entire life now.
Oh, I don't know about that.
If you get fired from the XFL, where do you have to go?
I think he'll come in as a if he wants to coach again, he'll join on with some NFL team as a cornerbacks guy or defensive guy.
I feel like he just threw his entire hope for a future career in coaching away by getting fired by the XFL.
It's the XFL.
That's what I'm saying. It's the XFL. By the way, the XFL, though, remember I told you, probably not going to work, probably not going to last. Well, the report has just come out. The XFL has lost $60 million in the last year.
So is Rock going to shut this baby down?
No, they say they're extremely well capitalized for the long term. And they say he says, this is our new WWE, the next massive live property. Wow. And I guess Jerry Cardinal says XFL will become a cash flow positive thing by 2027. Wait, doesn't The Rock own the whole thing? Or just part of it?
XFL he does.
I thought he did. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The XFL.
I don't think he owns the wrestling part.
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about here it is. I guess The Rock and a couple other people own it. I guess. I don't know. All I know is they projected revenue of 100 million and 20 million of that came from the ESPN, but somehow they still lost $60 million in this last year. So I don't know how you keep that going, but they have a plan and they say they'll have this thing profitable by 2027.
I just think the biggest flaw that they have is, sure, you get the TV deal money and the ESPN's willing to invest a lot, but you don't really have a ton of people going to these games. But I think the biggest place, because we've seen, bad Major League Baseball teams where nobody's going to the games and those teams make money. The local TV deals, you don't have that in the XFL because who would pay for that? So you're not making the ridiculous amounts of money that the NFL makes and Major League Baseball makes and the NBA makes.
Yeah, it's a failed idea, and I feel like the XFL is going to go down. Not like Dwayne The Rock Johnson is going to be really hurt by that. He's got plenty of cash. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be rummaging through your dumpsters looking for a sandwich or nothing.
Not anytime soon.
No, he'll be fine. So those are those things. Now we can talk some NBA stuff if you want. NBA. Did you guys watch the game last? Was it Friday or Saturday? It was Friday.
Yeah, it was Friday.
Yeah. I was a little bit aggravated. I was like, why isn't the game on Sunday? Friday was a game. Should have been a game on Sunday, but there wasn't. It's tonight. So I guess they're doing every 3 days now, or was it because of travel? I don't know what's going on.
Well, they got to give the basketball players plenty of rest. They have a travel day, and then they have to have a rest day on top of that.
Because what they've been doing in the finals, I'm not a fan. Is they give you the 2 days unless you travel, then it's 3 days. But that spaces out. It spaces out the finals so much that we are talking about a great finals performance from Nikola Jokic and stuff, and I've been enjoying it as a basketball fan. But if I was a casual fan, I would just not care by the time the next game came on. I don't think it's about the players resting. I
Tell you
think-
what, though, this extra time may have given Tyler Hero enough time to come back for this game. And I don't know if a hobbled Tyler Hero is going to add much to the chances of the Miami Heat.
Heat's not
But-
going to do that. They're not
No,
going to.
he's been officially upgraded to questionable.
Well-
and he's expected to dress and maybe even get on the court and play.
Man,
They're desperate.
I would hate to see that. I agree with Keon. I think they're desperate, 100%. But
I would hate to see it too. But you're in the NBA Finals. You may not ever come back again. You
They're
got to pull
saying
out stops, man.
He still experiences a level of discomfort in the surgically repaired hand, but is hopeful to try to give the
Such a
Heat
bad idea,
whatever
though.
he can.
Denver's going to beat that hand into hamburger, man.
And do it legally. I
Yeah.
mean, all you have to do is
High
set
five.
some nice hard screens. Oh, it's the left hand, man. He's coming around that.
Swipe,
I mean,
swipe.
just one big Aaron Gordon screen and see how he feels afterwards. It's not going to be fun.
It's mean. It's mean that they're going to do that, but you know they're going to do that. So
They're going to do
whatever.
that. It's mean that they're going to do that, but I would do the same thing.
Yeah, I know. So that could happen. I don't know if that's going to make, well, it hasn't had any effect on any of the betting lines. Let me give you the numbers here. We'll talk about how we're going to bet this. Heavily favored Denver Nuggets. You knew that. 9 is the spread. 9 points. It's a canyon of a spread. If you want to take a chance on the Heat, maybe here's what you do. You bet on the Heat on the money line plus 310, and then you work together some other parlays heavily involving the Nuggets. That way, you try to balance out whatever you're going to do to try to make some money here. But, on the money line, Denver is minus 400. Now, here's the over-under. I feel like it's low. 209.5 points is the over under. So, Keon, we'll start with you. How would you bet this?
I'm going to take the over. I think that the Nuggets are going to be dialed in. And Jimmy Butler, this is his worst series of the playoffs so far. That injury that he's got, it's real. It's really having an effect on him. He's just not as effective as he was earlier in the playoffs. And without him being the engine of the team, I just don't see how the Heat are even close in this game. And I'll take the under because I don't think Miami's going to hold up their end of the bargain in scoring.
Wow.
Oh, that's interesting. Randy?
I'll take the over. Give me the Nuggets to cover and give me a congratulatory wave at the Denver Nuggets winning their first ever NBA championship.
Yeah, I'm going to take the exacto. It'll be exactly 209.5 points.
All right.
And, I would not bet on the Miami Heat. I wouldn't even touch the money line, to be honest. I just can't. And I get it. It's the NBA. Anything can happen. But even when Hero comes back, just no. Gotta have to give this one to the Nuggets. A solid bet on the Nuggets. Fifth letter says, hey, take that over tonight. Okay. Big George says, I know one team that would hire Ron Woodson. Who's that? The Washington Commanders, he says.
Ron Rivera is a much better coach than Rod Woodson.
He's just trying to get into your skin.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't understand how that would work.
He wants to see the flash anger. That's all. The Erectinator
Got to
says,
be better than that to get it.
Randy, please do not use cupcakes in a bad way. Yeah, I know that kind of occurs to me too. I love cupcakes.
They're delightful.
Just say they're 10-ply soft. Don't say cupcakes. I like to eat cupcakes. So there you go. I mean, there's not really a lot to say about this game tonight. There's not really a lot to say about the game last Friday. I watched it, and it is what it is, man. Did you see? I don't know what the hell this is about, but Conor McGregor, I guess, sent their mascot to the hospital. The Heat's mascot.
Yeah,
And
I did.
What
see
the
that.
hell is this? Tiddle Sport, TIDL Sport, is supposed to be a pain relief spray. Is this the magic spray they use in soccer?
I don't know. I have no idea.
So here's what it is: the Miami Heat, right? They're at home, and so that like at halftime during Friday night's game, Conor McGregor comes out, does a little comedy skit to hype his new pain relief spray called Tiddle Sport. And part of the skit involved Connor knocking out the Heat's mascot, Bernie. And then he whips out a bottle of Tittle and he sprays it on him. So here's what happens. They get out there. Connor, bam, punches Bernie. He goes down. And then, as any MMA fighter does, hammer fists him when he's down, hits him down there. And then they drag Bernie off the court while Conor McGregor's trying to spray him with the Tittle spray, whatever it is. Unfortunately, what nobody knew was the guy in the Bernie costume, he got hurt and he ended up in the hospital. And they don't know if it was one of his punches or if it looked like he hit his head pretty hard when he fell. So he was treated and released. And they said he'll probably be back for the next game. And everybody laughed. The next game. You mean next season, right? Okay, fantastic. Get out of here. So,
it looked like Connor just took the bit too far. Like they were supposed to play fight. You're fighting a guy in his suit. And the thing is, he's got all of that padding around him, except for the little face place where people can hear him talk.
You think he munched his face, huh?
Yeah, like if you actually punch that part, you're just punching the guy's face. It's not protected by anything except this little,
you saw
this
the
little
video.
mesh.
His head bounces off the damn ground.
Yeah, it's. What is wrong with Conor McGregor, though?
Oh,
I mean,
many things.
How long do you have to talk about?
There's so much wrong with Conor McGregor.
That's about 2 shows worth of talk.
He's why I got into watching the UFC. I was just like, man, the brashness, the boldness. And then he followed it up with winning back then. And then the crazy stuff started getting kind of outside of the octagon.
And,
you know
and
what
the
I mean?
winning started to disappear. Like he was still talking, but he wasn't winning as much.
Yep.
Yeah.
He'll never fight again. He's got all his money. He got a lot of that money from from Floyd Mayweather, who, by the way, had a little WWE moment in some exhibition boxing match or something where people are jumping into the stands. What the hell was that all about, Keon?
Oh, I don't know. I don't pay attention to anything that Floyd Mayweather does post boxing career. It's not relevant and it's not boxing.
Yeah, it wasn't boxing. It was a big old phony thing right there. So anyway, So they say the guy's okay. And if this thing goes to another game, Bernie will be there. So
he might need the offseason off. I mean, I think losing tonight might be good for Bernie. Maybe not for the Heat in general, but Bernie can recover because
he's a suit. You just put anybody in the suit, and look, Bernie's back. Oh yay! Give us any old guy in a suit.
Yeah, but I don't want the other guy to just lose his job because he got punched in the face.
That dude's on disability now. You got to fill in. You got to have a fill in. What if the guy in the suit was sick or something? Just saying. Hey, Randy, good news for you. Good news.
Yes.
You know, Buda Baker's like, I want to trade.
Yes.
He's like, I am not coming to any voluntary workouts.
Correct.
He came to work today.
I know. I saw that.
Yeah. He's at the Cardinals facility. Is mandatory mini camp. So as a good guy does, you show up for work, even though your work has not been sorted out where it's going to be next. So he's like, you know what? I'll go to work.
This is why I believe, Jeffrey, that the Cardinals will surprise some people this upcoming season.
Buda Baker showing up for work, so he doesn't get fined
$100,000. Right here, this is why I think the Cardinals will, they will break the chains of mediocrity, and they will rise above. They are, after all, a bird, and they come from a city of a legendary bird, the mythical bird that raised from the ashes. I could see the Cardinals raising from the ashes.
Well, hold on. Are you trying to say that if Buda Baker stays on this team, suddenly you got a winner in town?
Listen, Buda Baker's our defensive catalyst. He's our leader on defense. And if he shows up, well, I got news for the rest of you in the NFL. I've got news for you, the rest of you in the NFL.
Is this like from The Onion? Because that's what it feels like.
No, I'm not. There's no onions here. I'm allergic to onions. You know that, Jeffrey. You call yourself my dearest friend.
It seems a bit.
You should know my onion allergy.
You don't have an allergy. You just hate
it. I have news for you. Buda Baker he's on task. He's coming in and he's got a goal.
to not lose $100,000 because he didn't show up. That's why.
I'm just telling you right now.
The
damn
penalties
Cardinals are going to surprise some people.
Yeah, okay.
From week 1, we will surprise some people.
Holding out is not a good.
And by the way, preseason doesn't count. Week 1.
I expect the Cardinals to go undefeated in the preseason.
All right. You can expect all you want to because I don't care what they do in the preseason. You know that. It makes no difference. I don't care if they lose everything in the preseason. Week 1.
Buda Baker, if he is on the team, does not make the difference one way or the other.
He'll be on the team
on your schedule because
he'll be on
unless
the team.
you could clone, 10 other Buda Bakers for defense.
They're out there, Keon. They are out there. They're out there.
I feel like the Cardinals not only are going to have a bad year, you're going to get shut out in some games.
Okay.
I predict that.
I'm
sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't want to be right.
I don't know who the starting quarterback is, and I think that's damn brilliant. I don't think that I don't think that's bad at all. I think that's brilliant.
Okay.
More to come.
Well, here's another thing. Marquise Brown is talking, saying, hey, I want to prove that I can be the guy. I know DeAndre Hopkins is gone, but I can be the guy.
See what I mean?
I'm not like these other guys. I'm 5'8". I am taller than they are.
See what I mean? Buda Baker showing up and things start happening. The club reacts. The offense
still not sure if this is going to
starts to react, Jeffrey. You know it's true.
Yeah, no, not really.
I'll just leave it right there.
That's probably a good idea. Let's take a break. We come back. We got some more NFL football for you. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Juice Reel, the betting intelligence tool that's making better bettors. Open the App Store and get your hands on Juice Reel. Start betting smarter. Juice, R-E-E-L. Juice Reel. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Game 5 of the NHL Stanley Cup Finals will be held on Tuesday night in Las Vegas, where the Golden Knights lead the Florida Panthers 3-1 and a game away from capturing the Stanley Cup. Vegas minus a goal and a half at home, plus 150 on the puck line. Florida minus 182, getting the goal and a half. On the money line, the Panthers are plus 142. Vegas minus 172. The over-under puck total sits at 5.5. Vegas captured Game 4 on Saturday by a 3-2 score, where they got 2 goals from Chandler Stevenson. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
I had a nighttime routine for my frequent heartburn. I would drink milk. I would sleep upright with more pillows, but that painful burning stayed. So I made Prilosec OTC part of my morning routine. With just 1 pill each morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production, blocking heartburn day and night. Now I have a new nighttime routine. I call it sleeping.
1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn. With Prilosec OTC. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhalgh and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. For years, I've been telling you about refinancing, new home loans, all the great stuff that the Lund Mortgage Team can help you with from start to finish. Now, things have gotten a little crazy, right? The rates were bouncing all over the place. Now they're officially higher than they've been in a long time. And now more than ever, I think it's important to have a mortgage professional that has been there, done that. Any Yahoo can sell you a mortgage when it's 2.75%. Those people are going away. The real professionals are the ones that are staying in business and helping their clients through this kind of tough time out there as far as mortgage rates are concerned. Those people are the Lund Mortgage Team. Matt Oliver, Lisa Lund, they've owned this team for a long time, over 2 decades in the Valley. They are the best in the business, and they will walk you through the process, whether it's refinancing now or probably more importantly, a new home loan. Let them do all the heavy lifting for you. Call today, 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. Or online, lundmortgage.com.
Come shop Memorial Day deals now at Lowe's. This summer, make your outdoor oasis flourish for less with 4 for $10 Stay Green garden soil. And save on appliances with up to an additional $1,000 off select major kitchen appliances. Find savings across the store today. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 5/31. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii while supplies last. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply. See store at Lowe's.com for details.
Now that the draft is in the books, it's that time of the season when the team gets together, to get acquainted.
Let's go. Practice time.
Summer means mini camps, OTAs, then it's on to preseason. Keep yourself tuned to the station with all the insight, updates, and breaking news when you need to know about the NFL offseason. Remember, if it's the NFL, we talk about it. Your home for NFL news, games, playoffs, and Super Bowl in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Eddie Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Lost Toby says Cardinals will surprise everybody, Randy. They'll surprise everybody by going 0-17.
All right. That's all right.
That would be a surprise.
That's all right.
I'd be like, if I were like in a coma and I woke up and they said the Cardinals went 0-17, I'd be like, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't gasp. Maybe I'd be like, huh? That makes sense. Yeah. Well, listen, there's gold at the end of that rainbow, Randy. That's all I'm saying. Gold at the end of the rainbow. Either way, you're gonna be fine. I went through this last year. Either way, you're fine. If you end up having a good season, hooray! You've had a good season. You have a bad season, hooray! You get Caleb Williams and you get rid of this little midget quarterback of yours.
Here's the situation. We've got a general manager that many people are lauding as
oh my God, he's
a great general manager. Okay,
no, you've seen him on draft night working stuff. Holy crap!
Got a head coach that is untested, but I think this guy's going to be good. And then you got Buda Baker showing up for mini camps. For me, that's three positives.
One of these things is not like the other.
We'll see.
Buda showing up for camp is a good thing.
We'll see.
He's not going to change the fortunes of the franchise by.
I'm sorry.
Showing up to.
He's good.
Do the thing he's supposed to do already.
I'm sorry. I need to differ with you guys on that.
No, George, I'm not talking about the new chicken restaurant and pickleball entertainment center that's going to Westgate and Glendale. I'm not. Refuse. Stupid. No need to talk about that. Hey, Keon.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just lost Randy.
We might have just lost you. I see Randy still moving on the.
I'm here.
Oh,
on the stream.
The audio went and he froze on my screen there, so I thought he was gone. Oh, okay, just me then. All right, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Erectinator, that's dumb. Cards need to go to the XFL. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Everybody takes a turn, Erectinator. My Colts are bad, then they won a Super Bowl. Cardinals are bad, they got to a Super Bowl. Commandos are bad for so long. But in the past, they've been to a Super Bowl. So everybody gets a turn in having a team that's great, then the team is garbage. Every team, no exception. Been a long time, but now the Patriots are down in the dirt and the mud like everybody else. Is there ever been a team that has just been consistently great for like forever? No, there is no forever. Everybody gets a turn at being bad.
I'm just going to say this to all the non-believers. Where are the Diamondbacks today?
They're in first place. First place. 49ers, he says, I remember some really bad 49er years, Rectinator.
Oh, yeah?
You are delusional.
Are you sure about that?
He wants to throw my Colts under and the Cardinals, and he's like, the 49ers have been consistently good for a long time.
Blah, blah, blah.
Man, I don't have to strain to remember some bad years for the 49ers. They were like a bye week for most teams in the NFL.
How about last year?
Well, they were good last year.
They were good last year, yeah.
Oh, really? Did they win the Super Bowl?
But they weren't bad. We're talking about having a turn at being bad.
Did they win the Super Bowl?
That doesn't mean they're bad. Brock
Did
Purdy.
they win the Super
Yes.
Bowl? No.
Yes.
No, they did
More
not.
times than the Cardinals
No.
did. Don't make me fight for the
No.
49ers.
No, they did not.
That we're talking about having a tournament being bad.
Wait,
we don't
how
have
many times
we don't
have
have
the Niners
one
won a
good
Super Bowl?
team and then 31 bad teams every year. That does not make any sense.
How many times the 49ers won the Super Bowl?
4.
You sure about that? And that's really good. You knew that right off the top of your head. Actually, 5. I see 5. 95, 1990, 1989, 1985, 1982. It's been forever since they've won a Super Bowl.
So what's this is
But they got 5.
2023?
Yeah. But then they have 5 Super Bowls.
Their
You have
last
0.
one was when?
90 something. I already closed the page.
Not even that.
95.
Not even this century.
No, not in this century. No. My Colts have wins in this century. Not the 49ers. Point is, I don't know what the point was.
The way
So
everybody gets a turn at being real bad. And the 49ers have also had their turn.
Yeah, that was my point. Everybody takes a turn being bad.
Mhm.
It was the Colts' turn, and now our turn to be good is coming back up. It's the Cardinals' turn to be bad. Your turn is probably coming back up. I don't know about the Commandos. Still kind of on the fence there.
Cardinals
the
are gonna
worst
be-
owner in the history of the National Football League is about to be gone.
People are going to
I'm
get
excited.
their binoculars out and watch the Cardinals rise this year.
Well, don't make me hurt you. I don't want to. You can't do that to me. You can't. I had jokes that involved, microscopes. I just don't. I don't want to tear down the Cardinals. You're on the right track. It's just not going to be your year. Lost Toby says the Las Vegas Knights haven't been bad. Okay, I meant NFL teams. We're talking NFL teams. And really it does. It applies to all sports. But yeah. Lost Toby says the Niners went 2-14 in 2016. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. In recent memory, Rectinator. Last Optimist says, would love it if the NFL had relegation. Bottom 2 teams to the XFL, top 2 XFL teams to the NFL. I'd be okay with that too, except for the XFL won't be around long.
Yeah, and
There's
also
no point.
that doesn't make any sense because the worst XFL team, the best XFL team versus the worst NFL team, and the XFL team would get obliterated. Those guys, none of those guys made the NFL. Unless the XFL had some talent that they could work with, but they're 2 different leagues. So you can't make the XFL the relegation league for the NFL because then that team's going to show up and just get 0-17 and go back down to the XFL. What would be the point of that?
Unless the NFL started that way, there's no way they're going to change to it.
Yeah, I mean
0% chance because there's too much money in it for the owners. The owners none of them would ever vote for something that would downgrade their team and their product. 0% chance. You could just put that out of your mind about relegation. Last Optimist. No way.
Yeah, I mean, you'd love to see there be some punishment for teams that are tanking or whatever, but the fact is, the league didn't grow with it, and like Jeffrey said, no one's going to go to the XFL where like you watch those games if you ever seen any of them on. Nobody's there. Why would anybody do that to themselves?
A recently new texter, 9857, says they should do that with college teams, top college teams versus the worst NFL teams. I wouldn't mind seeing that. They used to do something like that back in the day.
The top college teams would get wrecked by the worst NFL teams.
Still fun.
I mean, it's just you start watching stuff for the draft, and you see like these guys are really talented and they're going to be great someday. But there's no NFL player that makes the mistakes that what these guys are making out there. Like the best college team would just get destroyed.
9857 says, you can call me Coom Coom. What does that mean? Like boom, boom, Coom Coom? Does that mean something, Keon?
I don't know what that means.
Hold on here. Let me look this up. I hate to do this on my own computer. Coom Coom Theater. Not Only Puppets Festival. All right. So far, it doesn't look dirty, but it might be weird. Yeah. Okay. I guess for now, we'll call you Coom Coom. The hell does it mean to you, though? just a little bit freaked out. Last Optimist says, so the NFL gives a cash bonus to the promoted team so they can get free agents and gives the winner the top draft pick, the second place, the number 2 draft pick. Again, I hear what you're saying, but unless you start it out, because soccer was in England, all these little clubs, everybody's just playing soccer. Nobody gave a crap about anything. And then as everything got more popular, when they formed the governing body, they're like, wow, there are so many teams. How do we make this? How do we do this? How do we make this fair? And they said, aha, relegation. You started that way when you formed something. Then nobody's going to be butthurt about it. Just, yes, George, I did say dirty and weird. He says, Jeffrey, did you say dirty and weird? So are you describing Moist One? Yeah, I just did. I accidentally just did. I think you're right. That is true. But that's not what I want to talk about right now. Can we talk football at all? Can we do that?
Yes,
I would love to. Yeah.
So I guess DeAndre Hopkins is on his tour. He visited with the Titans, and in true Bill Belichick fashion, somebody asked him, "Hey, when are you going to see DeAndre Hopkins? When's he coming to see you? When's he coming for a visit?" He responds, "I'm not a travel agent." Just you can ask Bill Belichick questions and. Yeah, you should know better. You should know better.
It's actually it's actually funny in how dry every answer he gives is. It's its own form of comedy.
Yeah, but they're working through some things, trying to sort that out. But nobody knows when that's going to happen. That's fine. Nobody cares. It's fine. By the way, congratulations, those the Patriots. I've been meaning to talk about this. I guess for the first time in their 64-year history, the Patriots have hired a full-time female scout. Another milestone for ladies in the sport. I guess they hired a former Princeton director of football operations, Maya Anna Callender, and she's now serving as an entry-level scout. Previously, she was working for the Eagles in 2021 under a training camp fellowship, but now they've made it official, and she is a scout, full-time scout. Good for her.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Every time, the ladies are able to, get their foothold somewhere, and just makes me happy for them. As long as they're good at their job, I'm happy. And they get their chores done. As long as those two things happen, I am fine with women. I'm just a joke. It's all that was. I know. Oh, by the way, surprise. 3 of the 4 potential Hard Knocks teams are like, yeah, we'd rather not. Please don't do that to us. The Bears, the Saints, and the Jets have all kind of went, no, thank you. And so who's left?
Washington.
Who's left there? Yeah, your team.
Mm-hmm.
Your team's been on there before, haven't they?
Never.
Oh, it's your turn. It is your turn.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I kind of have wanted to see them on there for a while, but
you wanted to out the bad guys a little bit more, didn't you?
I mean, if that would help, sure. But also, just to see the inside of it, how what is happening in there. But I think honestly, I don't know that Washington would be that opposed to it because they already do kind of a YouTube series where they show all of the inside of it.
Yeah, but they control that. In Hard Knocks, you don't control it.
You don't control it, but the Hard Knocks is also not going to try and make you look terrible. So I don't think that they're going to show anything.
Have to try with Washington, man.
I don't think it is, since that's been the case since Ron Rivera's been there.
No, Ron Rivera is great. I'm just saying if ownership is involved in this, you're right. You probably don't want to be on camera until after certain people are gone.
Sure. And I from what I understand, he's not really in the building, Dan Snyder. He's any calls and emails that people send to him, he answers them and he deals with that, but he's trying to be out of this too, get his money and leave.
Sooner the better. By the way, so the Jets are the team more people want to see on this. And the reason is Aaron Rodgers, right? Aaron Rodgers, new in town, and everybody feels a little bit of electricity about the Jets and what this season might mean for them. As you said, their defense is bonkers. Now they're going to have some decent offense, and everybody's excited. So he's making the most of his time. Now, people say, well, he's trying to ingratiate himself to the fans. He's trying to get into the system. So he's been out just going all over the place in New York, doing social events and this and that. I think he's like, this may be my last chance to do this because I feel like, well, he's going to Peyton Manning this thing. I mean, he's going to game manage some. I don't know if he's 39 damn years old. So, his play is probably slipping, but whatever. I hate Aaron Rodgers a little bit. I'll be honest there. But so I guess he went to the Tony Awards and he shows up there in the arm of CJ Uzma, the tight end. I mean, they weren't arm in arm, but I'm just saying. So he went and did that. He's been going to games. He's been going to Broadway plays. He went to a Knicks game. He went to a Rangers game, and he's just getting out there. He's just getting out there doing stuff. And guess who he showed up with? Now it means it's real. That gal, her dad owns Milwaukee Bucks. Wes Edens, his daughter is Mallory. And I guess all the time you'd see Aaron Rodgers sitting there at the game. He'd be sitting next to this girl and they'd be chatting and she'd be smiling. He'd be smiling. And this happened way back, like 2019. He was sitting next to the game and there might be something going on there. And now it turns out, yes, they're dating because they showed up at MetLife Stadium together and to see Ed Sheeran. He's that ginger fella with a guitar. I honestly don't know what he sings.
Well,
I just know what he looks like.
The only thing I've ever heard Ed Sheeran sing was in that one episode of Game of Thrones where he was singing and they killed him. That's the only thing I know. I know
Good
about
call.
Ed Sheeran.
So I guess there was this concert, and so they were together. They both tweeted on their Instagrammers and stuff. And it was just everybody's like, oh yeah, look at that. And so I guess back when she was 22, there's, by the way, a 12-year difference in their ages. Is that too much? You think? Does that make Aaron Rodgers creepy old man now?
Yeah, come on.
I mean, I don't
12
know.
years?
She's 27.
Come on, 12.
Well, he's 39. She's 27.
For me, I'm not really. I don't care too much about the gap. I just want to.
It's a gap.
It is a gap, but she's not like just getting out of college. That to me is creepy because your brain's still growing and stuff. And
well, when they were sitting next to each other originally, she was 22 and he was 34. Still creepy.
That would have been very creepy because it's not. Because to me, it's not the gap. It's like how mature is the person, and you can't be.
I feel she was always more mature than him. Does that help?
No, because she's still not mature enough. It's like 20. Like you're
she
not.
Went to Princeton, man.
You're not fully baked at 22. I don't care where you went to school. You're
I'm
not.
just
You're just not a fully baked person at 22 years old. You've been
by the way,
drinking legally for a year.
After Olivia Munn, Danica Patrick, and what are the other girl? You got to admit he has a type. Look at that picture. That looks similar to all the girls I've just mentioned. You know what I mean?
Does she look similar to Olivia Munn?
Along the hair.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
Gotcha.
The face of Shailene Woodley, the hair of Olivia Munn, and I hear she's a bad driver like Danica Patrick.
Oh boy.
So there it is. There's definitely a type going here. So anyways, her dad, Wes, is 61. And her boyfriend is 39. I guess that's not too close, is it? I mean,
no, it's like
is
20,
it weird?
it's 20 years between
7 years.
What? No, what do you mean 7 years? Aaron Rodgers is 39. That means he's 12 years older than his girlfriend and 12 years younger
12 years. Yeah.
than his potential father-in-law.
12 years.
He's kind of balancing the beam, isn't he?
She's a fully baked person at this point, so I don't really care. Personally, that's just me. That she's not like just now figuring out the world.
Well, how much does she have to figure out with a billionaire dad?
Not a whole lot, but enough to like know, okay, maybe this person's just only with me to take advantage of me is probably, something you ought to know, which you might not be able to know at 22, that you might better know at 27.
Prison Wallet says, don't care if it's women owned. Don't care if, well, I'm trying to read this, what color they are. Don't care if they're trans. I don't care. They do a good job and they do it right. They do it right. Right. Absolutely right. Don't care what sex, what race, or what gender assignment they are. As long as they do a good job, that's all that matters. I agree 1,000%. Can I agree more than 1,000%?
I think that's it.
I think you can. Yeah, it's
whatever I can agree. I agree 100 exactly that much. All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we got Big George's sports history. And, some more damning information that I just remembered about the 49ers. That's right, 49ers. Hang your head in shame. And I'll tell you why when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Come on, we're going to be late to the cookout.
I was just packing up my famous mac and cheese.
I hope you packed the Pepto, too.
Huh?
Pepto-Bismol provides fast relief from heartburn and indigestion. You know, that uncomfortable feeling after you eat too much and after the deviled eggs, baked beans, and barbecue ribs. You're going to need it.
Barbecue ribs. I should probably pack an extra shirt, too.
Good call.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Pepto-Bismol. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Greg Clark Automotive Specialists are proud of our U.S. men and women in uniform. We thank you and your families for the sacrifices you've made to defend our freedom. We pray for your safety in war and your safe return. And we honor those who've given their lives to fight terrorism. From Greg Clark Automotive Specialists at the corner of 19th and Bethany Hone Road in Phoenix, experience the Greg Clark difference. Call 602-246-2881. May God bless America.
Remember when you could go to the doctor and actually leave feeling better? Hi, this is Dr. Stephen Katz. The problem with our healthcare system is the focus on the system and not on your healthcare. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum healthcare using a natural approach. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men and women's health. We help people find relief when other doctors have failed. Our naturopathic doctors can restore your pain-free life using cutting-edge regenerative treatments. We can also help restore balance to your immune, digestive, and hormonal systems. Addressing your cause can also improve both mental and emotional stability. If traditional medicines aren't working for you, don't you think it's time to start feeling like yourself again? Call us. We're the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, Arizona at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161 or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
80% of youth in Arizona don't drink, smoke, or use drugs. Want to know the reason why? It's you. Kids say not disappointing their parents is one of the main reasons they choose not to drink or use drugs. Visit talknowaz.com. Because while you might worry you aren't getting through, you are. Keep it up and stay up to date about the latest Arizona drug trends at talknowaz.com. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Live and local.
Hey, Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. All right, I promise you dirt on the 49ers. Listen to this. 49ers just bought a soccer team.
The team bought a team?
Well, I thought there would be a lot more reaction to that one.
I'm trying to understand the concept of what it is that you just said.
They just bought full equity in Leeds United. And I guess that's a team in England.
The 49ers did?
The 49ers did. They bought a soccer team. Just shows they're not serious about regular football. That's all. Just you should be ashamed, 49ers. They're giving up on you. They're like, man, these 49ers can't do this anymore. Just can't. So we bought a team in the Premier League. Wow.
That's very strange.
So you think because they bought this soccer team, they've given up on American football?
Yes. Yes. By the way, I just hit refresh on my screen and I've missed a lot of texts. I don't think that, Randy. I'm just trying to piss off 49er fans. I'll be honest. But I'd be embarrassed if the Colts bought a soccer team. Cardinal Art says, Jeffco, Bimbo Coles is not walking through that door, nor Harold Miner. Help me out, Keon. Beer me, Randy. Sounds like he's already had a few.
Bimbo Coles? What the hell is that?
Thunder Snow says, Randy, the Cardinals will shock the league by getting the first and second picks in the NFL draft. Nobody's going to be shocked. Thunder Snow. Nobody. The Wiz says, pretty hot Cardinals take there, Randy, by the way. Bruno Baller says, 1979, 49ers went 2-14. 2 years later, they won a Super Bowl.
It was 79. That was Joe Montana time, right?
Mm-hmm.
82. Is that when Joe showed up?
Sounds like it, yeah. Pretty sure that's not happening here. You know, I like Brock Purdy, but outside of that, whatever. Mr. Wilbur says, I 100% agree with Randy. It may not be pretty boy football like you people want it to be, but we're going to win, and we're going to win ugly and surprise people. Arizona Cardinals.
All I'm saying is nobody predicted the Diamondbacks on June 12th to be in first place of the NL West and have one of the top records in baseball. I'm just saying nobody predicted that.
Nobody predicted that, but the Diamondbacks have had like one of the top farm systems for a while. You know, I think the Cardinals need a few drafts first before
Keon, I didn't hear you before the season come on here and go, Cardinals are going to have a good season. I didn't hear that.
The Cardinals or the Diamondbacks?
The Diamondbacks. Sorry.
I
didn't hear. Diamondbacks got a good farm team.
Yeah, but
they could. They could.
I was not saying that, and I'm gonna eat my words on that for sure.
I said I was hopeful,
but I also there's also an explanation as to why the Diamondbacks are doing this. It's not like the Diamondbacks just one day decided, oh, we're a good baseball team now. Like they've had the talent. Those guys, as somebody mentioned earlier today, came up together. And now they're here and it's finally coming together. The Cardinals need to have some time to build something that can come together. They haven't done that yet.
By the way, our way too early predictions for the record of the Diamondbacks, Randy said 80 wins. Keon said 75 wins. I said 81 wins. Just pissed Randy off by winning. And it looks like I'm going to win this because I think that now, Diamondbacks probably will have over 80 wins.
And I have the honor of being wrong first.
When they win, wrong a lot.
When they have 76, I don't think I'm wrong a lot. I don't know.
Bets. In bets.
In bets? No,
I'm just saying,
I don't think I've been that wrong.
Cardinals faithful,
like
you're out there, you're listening, you're hearing my voice right now, Cardinals faithful. And for so long, other people have been telling you the Cardinals are going to be absolutely terrible. You've heard other people say they're going to get the top, 7 different draft picks, tops, because that's how bad the Cardinals are going to be.
I'll take that one. Yeah,
same.
You've heard these so-called experts telling you.
Never said I was an expert.
That the Cardinals are just going to be, abysmal this season.
Well, they'll be abysmal. Yes,
I say stand with me.
Sure.
Stand
That's where all
with
the good
me.
smoked meat is.
Stand with me,
cigars.
And let's see what kind of a wave.
I'll stand with you, Randy.
The Cardinals make this. This is coming, NFL season.
As long as there's smoked meat, beer, and cigars, I'll stand with you.
I may have to have a couple of what do you call those shots of Dilaudid, the pain medicine. But I will get through the Cardinal season. I will believe, Cardinal Nation, and there's a great and mighty nation out there, Jeffco.
Mm-hmm. A very quiet nation right now.
I'm about to wake the sleeping quiet giant. Okay.
As long as there's smoked meat, beer, whiskey.
There'll be plenty of that. Yeah, absolutely.
I stand with you, Randy White. Lost Toby says the 49ers Enterprises is who bought the team, not the 49ers. That's the ownership group. Try again. Same thing, really. I mean, really. Big George says if she's over 21 and they start dating, it's fine. It's not like he's 80-year-old Hugh Hefner dating a 21-year-old. Yeah, I think 10 years has got to be like the limit.
Come on.
Don't you? I think.
Big George.
Yeah,
I mean,
but and even then, it's just like 21 and 31. What could
come on, Big George.
That's still weird to me.
She gets amorous and she makes a move on him. Suddenly his clavicles, they snap like crackers. Come on.
She's very slight. I don't
Come
think
on.
she's going to crack his clavicles again.
Big George, come on. Think about this for a second. We're talking about a senior citizen here in Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, wow.
Talking about a guy who just, he gets out of bed and he puts his foot on the floor and he twists an ankle. Come on. We're talking about a guy whose clavicles are made out of paper mache.
Balsa wood. He got upgraded.
Is it balsa wood now?
It's balsa wood now.
All right.
Before we run out of time, I've got a lot of texts on the text line, so let's do this. It's time for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1939, in front of a record crowd of 23,000 fans at Rupert Stadium, Lou Gehrig played his last game in New York Yankee uniform when he participated in an exhibition contest against the AA Kansas City Blues, the team's American Association Farm Club. The Iron Horse, playing only 3 innings and batting 8th, grounded out weakly to second at his only at-bat. After retirement, he went on to invent a very deadly disease, but I can't remember what it's called. Back to me, Jeffrey. All right, can we get back to the text line now?
Did you say Rupert?
What?
Rupert?
What?
Did
Yeah,
you say
Rupert
the
Stadium.
name Rupert?
Yeah, Rupert Stadium.
As in Rupert Holmes?
Radio Ron said you're not allowed to do that. You're just pouting now. You're just acting up. You're acting up.
You said Rupert.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to do that anymore. Remember?
No, Ron.
The owner of the radio station,
Ron,
said you can't do that.
He said Rupert. It's not my fault.
Now, what are you talking about?
And
you were told not to play that.
Ron will believe that. He'll believe that.
You're just banking at 5:53. Radio Ron is already 2 drinks in over at Kasai or something.
You're damn right he is.
That is dirty pool, Randy White.
Because,
Dirty pool. And after I said I would stand with you.
And Radio Ron is a damn American. That's why at 5:54 he is at least 4 drinks in. At least.
Number 1 Rattlers fan says, I'm 56 and most recently dated a 19-year-old. In fact, I have the video to prove it. No, we'll pass. Thank
Yeah,
no, thank
no, to
Yeah,
keep that information
that's
to
gross.
himself. And
That's-
also, I'm weirded out by that.
You're
Wow.
a dirty old man.
Hmm.
Beer Bob says 10 or 12 years, not that big of a deal. When you're skipping a whole generation, then it gets creepy. Yeah, number 1 Rattlers fan.
Wow.
A Rectinator says maybe the Cards should buy a soccer team. Might be a winner.
Very nice.
Baker's Cocky Hen says standing in delusion, Randy. Good texture name though.
Who's standing in delusion?
Anyone who stands with you. on
I'm
the
just
Cardinals side.
telling you right now, nobody saw the Diamondbacks in first place. And week 1, we will see. We have our customary things that we do here, and I will give my rant about why the Cardinals will beat the hell out of the first team they face.
It's my team, actually.
Sorry, Keon. I'm sorry.
I stand with Keon.
You guys go ahead and stand and watch the torches come.
Straight Striper says, hey, I am noticing a common theme. Jeffrey wants to stand with you and be your best friend when there's barbecue involved. Damn it, Randy's more than a piece of meat. Now, I've known him for 30 years, and I'll tell you one thing about Randy White. He is not more than a piece of meat. He is completely a piece of meat, and he'll thank you to never say that again otherwise.
Thank you. Wait, what?
You want to thank me. I just stood up for you.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
See that?
What did I thank you for? Yeah.
One of the things I like best about you is, my friend, you're easily confused.
Is that music?
Yeah, it is. Huh?
Somebody answer the phone.
Show went by very quickly, didn't it?
It did.
I don't know what we
It did.
achieved, but here we are.
This is a weird one. It's another weird Monday one, but here we are.
You know what else is the Heat and the Nuggets have been playing for a few minutes, and the Nuggets are already up 15-8. Seems like a low-scoring game right now. It's almost 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
I like my bet already.
What was your bet?
I took the spread.
Should take
Nuggets.
the under. Should have taken the under.
I took the over.
I took the under.
I took the exacto. Watch it happen. Watch
Taking
it
the over.
happen. Can you get half a point in the NBA?
No.
No, there's no way.
All right. Well, whatever. Everybody have a good night. We'll be back in your radios again tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.